defensively, and he's very, very creative. It's just, again, finishing, right? You've got to finish your chances. And for Tate Lawrence, in conference play, it's been a bit tough for him to put the ball in the back of the net. If he can do that here tonight in non-conference play, though, that will be a real big moment for Wake Forest. They got to get themselves going.
Deacons in their gold jerseys, black shorts, and Wofford in all white. Official tonight, the center ref will be Nicole Green. Benjamin Woot will be on the touchline, as well as Kevin Ito. These two teams met last year. Of course, Wofford and Joel Tyson as the head coach. They went a different direction with a new coach, and this is a good chance quickly by Sarajan. Take a look at Sarajan.
Sarajan was really bright and creative to begin the game against Louisville last time out for Wake Forest. And by that, it looks like he may be seeking a goal here tonight as well. He wasn't able to get on the score sheet against Louisville, but he certainly deserved it after how many looks he had and how energetic he was in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that is also frustrating with how you had a team that was once #1 in the country and then having somewhat of a nosedive, but is that you see these weapons, right? These outside attackers that can do so much. And again, it's just, and here you are clutching on to, got to win the last 3 matches and hope for another big run like they did last season. But clearly the talent is on that field, and plus the depth is too. Good usage of space here by Escribano. Placing that in the halfway space for Sarajan. Threads this one up ahead to Lawrence, and the flag is up. Offside position. Wofford under the direction of Ryan Osborne. He's the new coach taking over for Joel Tyson. As Joel Tyson decided to go off to NC State and help out with that heck of a program. Ryan Osborne comes over, had 2 years at Wisconsin, also was at Mercyhurst, was a player at Charleston, the D2 school that is well known. And what they have been kind of a juggernaut in that department. But we spoke to him this morning, and a delight to talk to. Really was, and gave us some good insight.
Yeah, he was really interesting to speak with, just about where the college landscape is now and what he's hoping to prioritize in building this Wofford program. It's always tough your first year at a new position. More times than not, you are hired in a position that needs a little bit of work. Usually why teams make a change. Obviously a little bit different for Wofford, given that the coach moved on to a different job, but still the idea being the same. And he told us that, hey, we are right about where I had hoped. We're making strides. We're taking steps. You saw that they had lost each of their last 3 games, but most of their losses this season tied by 1 goal. Right. And he really felt like the program is close. They just have to learn how to take advantage of the big moments that you get in every game, because every team has moments in a game. It's just about what you do with them.
It was also interesting that we brought up about the American game, the college game, and him being from England, and sometimes English will stick their nose up at college soccer, right? But he said the game is so much better, so many good players, which was nice to hear. And he said that even his buddies overseas pay attention.
Yeah. And not just his buddies. He said, look, I field calls from people that say, hey, tell me about this player with a European passport that either is on your team or that you've faced or whatever. Like, the collegiate game, he said, is getting attention from abroad.
Symes already really close to delivering the first punch here tonight. Springing loose, that anger immediately got away from him. Force pretty lucky that diagonal pass did not connect with Byron.
Yeah,
Byron's a freshman, really, really good player too.
Good defending there by Wake Forest. It's sort of last gasp defending, but it was tough there for Symes. Either had to make that pass or go for a very tight angle shot, which also was low percentage.
Nednard took out Bassett Umar as Robbeck tries to put a shot on frame that is knocked away. Speaking of knocked away, Talley will knock that one out of bounds for Wake Forest throw. Presently where the RPI standings are, Wake Forest is in the right number. Problem, of course, they've got 3 matches, and as Coach Muse has said many, many times, midweek matches are where you lose your invitation to the NCAA tournament rather than earn it. And that was definitely one of the first things he said to this team after they dismissed Friday night after the draw against Louisville. Immediately brought up how Carolina lost to UAB. And of course, turned it on against Virginia Tech and won 3-0. Symes playing it back.
Beautiful,
very clever
pass.
Back heel to Patnog. Symes is free a little bit, and now he's going to pinch in, and the ball taken away by Wake Forest. Sarajan leading that one with Selleck behind him. As Cooper Flax will shepherd it to this touchline to Escorbano, and Escorbano trying to find Lorenz. Lorenz, a little bit of a chicken wing there action. Right idea to play to the corner, just.
Yeah, that was close. It's a little hard to tell on the replay there, but it was close to a clean tackle. Good fight, 1v1 down that wing. I bet we see more of that battle between those two players as this game goes on.
Escorbano sending the big ball breaking lines. Sarajan tried to get on a ladder, just a little too much over his head. You know, with a tie against Louisville, especially when you know, Wake Forest had the lead, it did feel a bit like a loss, especially after Wake Forest coming off of a road victory at Cal. They kind of try to get some momentum. They get the goal, the first goal in the contest against Louisville. Things are looking good, and then Louisville comes back with an equalizer. It's just going to be another foul on Wofford. It's going to be Hernandez, Mikey Hernandez, who's from right around this area.
And you've seen yellow cards given for less. This is a promising attack here because Tate Lawrence is through with just one trailing defender if he gets by that moment.
Mikey Hernandez and Tate Lawrence played this summer together in Salem City along with Cooper Flax and Bassett Umar. And transferring from Longwood to Wofford this season. Oh, that's a good dummy and almost connected with Sarajan coming to. His father was a fantastic baseball player at Miami.
That's a heck of a baseball player.
Yeah. Especially in the era when he played too. I asked him, he wasn't quite a soccer guy, but he turned into his son's playing, and he's here tonight. Danny Kruger figuring out what he wants to do there, trying to go to that corner flag to free up Sarajan. There's Byron pushing that one up ahead to Pat Nod. No look pass from Pat Nod now to Robbeck. Trying to settle it down. Byron may try it. Yes, he does. And with that right foot, the curve to it, far from the target.
Yeah, that was, I think, what he meant to do was hit that with the outside of his foot, and he just caught it on the inside of his foot unintentionally. Right idea. That's a tough giveaway.
It's not what you can't do that.
What a save!
What a save by Mednard.
That is a sensational save, and that pass is just ill-advised, but Mednard picking up his teammate. That's what you want to have as a player. You guys are going to make mistakes, it happens, but what a stop.
And Travis Smith doesn't usually make kind of those mistakes, but thank goodness for Jonah Mednard to back him up, because he did pop that one over the bar. So results in a corner. Guarding that near stick was Perez. Good bending ball. Lurking on that back porch. And Wofford, after going almost a half against UNCG with no shots, have come up here and put up 4 shots on Wake Forest. Lawrence. Perez kind of sitting in a pocket close to the center circle. Smith laying it back for Amani Thomas. Eyeing Lawrence. Lawrence settles it inside the box. Moving towards the byline. He will knock it off his summer teammate Hernandez out of bounds. It will be a Wake Forest corner.
Join the honors for Wake, number 18, Cooper Flax.
Cooper Flax will take the corner. Force's first corner of the evening. And kind of been down on themselves after that turnover in the defensive third. As Flax will take it, an in-swinger. Bending back stick, flicked away. Foot race to that far touchline with Anderson. Good theft by Wake Forest. And as Jeffrey White will play it back, as the Deeks now move from the right side to the left side.
Yeah, that was a really important takeaway there for Wake Forest to stop that counter, because Amani Thomas had stepped to try and win the ball before realizing he wasn't going to get there, and then trying to track back, and Byron was behind him. And so if Wofford keeps that alive, Byron's through on goal.
Scribano trying to fight past Patnod. As Perez slides it to Thomas. Thomas with a little back pedal there for White. Force resetting again. Flax and Perez. Jeffrey White moving into that central spot, laying it off. A little bit of heavy touch does work out as Lawrence trying to hit that one with his left foot. And had three possible options. One was possibly on frame. The other one was maybe someone making a run into that near that 6. And then the third one, a corner. And so they get the corner. Just kind of see how that one developed. Wofford's done a really good job of just cutting out these possible diagonal balls. second corner for Wake Forest as Flax lifts that one high in the air. And not much going on that corner. Just too much. Travis Smith Jr. had to try to keep it in play, and knocking it out for a Wofford throw-in. Under 30 to go in this first half. Wofford has had the best looks so far. Deeks knocking it around, methodically trying to move back down to the attacking third. Good pullback, Amani Thomas along with Perez. Perez kind of find his way with some daylight, has to play his support. Let's see, Lawrence on this near side, trying to hide away from his buddy Mikey Hernandez. He'll lay that one down on his chest, played up for Escribano. Escribano still fighting for it, and once again trying to hit that perfect diagonal ball, and it's cut out again by the Terriers. Asadumar. Flax trying to get the give and go. Sarajan wanted a call. Symes trying to turn. The Deeks will not allow him to turn, and he's tumbled over. It will be a foul on the Demon Deacons.
And credit Rabeck. He had a really important moment there, because when Bats Dumar tried to play that 1-2, he blocked Cooper Flax off to receive the return ball, and that's what generated the turnover. It's more of a pick play than anything else, but he executed it perfectly.
Sarajan trying to use that swim move with the side judge right there. That flag. Kyle, your thoughts on Wake and so far where we are right now with almost under 30 minutes as Coach Bruce looks on nervously.
Yeah, it seems like, they're still just trying to get things going. It almost feels like sometimes with this Wake team that they're not quite on the same page yet. And that's something you see early in the year, which is normal. But it just feels like they haven't quite turned that next attacking gear yet. They're making great plays individually that just their teammates aren't quite seeing yet.
That's fair to say. Presently 39th in the RPI.
It's about as bubblicious as you can get on the tournament level.
Very similar to what they were last year.
That's right.
And then remember, we texted back and forth when they made their run in the ACC tournament. They're up to this. Now they're up to this. The RPI. That has to be the biggest jump RPI-wise in college soccer history. That's what happens when you play in the ACC.
That's right, yeah. And the ACC can be ruthless, but it can also be a gift.
What a lovely ball that sits right in front of Lawrence as Hernandez picked it away.
Great step by Hernandez. I thought Tate Lawrence had gotten around him.
See how calm Mikey Hernandez was.
Yep, and we're going to see that battle all night because they are feeding Lawrence over and over. He's making himself available. Hernandez is giving him the space to receive the ball and trusting his ability to defend one-on-one, and so far it's worked out. Now you'll see he'll get some help, too, from the winger.
Perez inserts Umar. Umar won't turn. Good tight spacing and good passing with Wake Forest. Flax hits it, just too much on it, just over the bar. But
that's the right
move. That's the venom you want, just a little bit lower.
Absolutely, and he had the space to take that shot too. Head coach Bobby Muse will always allow Cooper Flax to rip it from deep there when he's got that much space.
He's Coach Muse, his 11th season, making a run to the Elite Eight last season, winning the ACC tournament. And a team that was it sitting at #1 in the country, but he's had a, you know what, his attitude toward it has been really impressive though, for somebody that, you know, you once see #1 in the country and then fighting to keep your postseason life alive. Like he's been rather calm and collected, more so than we've seen Coach Muse in the past.
That move right there, Ty, that Wake Forest put together, to me was so far the best move of this game. There was a number of little flick-ons and skills in that move that they saw coming, the teammates did. And like I was saying before, a lot of times it feels like they'll make one of those moves and the teammate didn't see it or wasn't ready for it because they're not quite on the same page. That move looked like it's a team that had played together for quite some time.
Wentz tried to throw his leg out there to knock it with the peg, but couldn't quite come up with it. White. There's Thomas.
This has been a physical game so far, Ty. I would expect to see that continue too, and the referee may have a lot to do through the course of this game because there's been a lot of shielding and jockeying for position.
Flax calmly takes that one off the foot, and it's taken back by the Terriers. Pednod is making a piercing run in the center lane. Ball bent and stayed in, and Symes somehow comes out with it. Patnod sits now inside of the 18. Travis Smith Jr. takes it away. Perfect timing that time because...
Yeah, that was Amani Thomas with the initial tackle too. What a great play by Thomas. With all his speed and attacking intent, he can really defend.
Big ball over the top. I think he wanted to bend a little bit more. That was Hegla, who gets the start tonight over what's the normal starter for Wofford is Gavin Lewis, a freshman that was sent off on Saturday night with a red card. And credit to Wofford too. That was a very frustrating night for the Terriers, and to the point where, you know, you're wondering how do you go back, you know, to Wofford campus, then return in a couple days to North Carolina again and take on a Wake Forest team that, you know, the series does not bode well for you, although finished last year with a 0-0 tie. But they have come out even with a normal starter out, and they have looked feisty. Lawrence moving centrally, continuing to cut. They're tripped up, and it'll be a free kick for the Demon Deacons.
There's another physical tackle there from Wofford. They have not backed down.
Number 16, Joe Torbett, and number 20, Alfred
Torbett coming in. There's Daba, who was our player to watch, as well as Nagima. And again, this is all these players coming in They're starters. They can be starters. They come off the bench. It adds a little bit more fuel and fresh legs into the attack. I think that was what the blueprint was this year. Wake Forest still has been able to put up goals. Just kind of feast or famine.
Intrigued to see what DeBaugh can do on that left wing coming in for Tate Lorentz. Now he's working up against Hernandez. DeBaugh is more of a central area winger rather than a true wide man. Great tackle.
Here comes a Wake Forest corner kick.
Another corner
For the under 15s, number
for the Demon
16,
Deacons.
Joel Torvik.
They did hold UNCG without a goal or first goal until the 29th minute. And this one is a big booming kick. Perez backs up, slide there into the center. 19 minutes remaining in this first half. We sit at the same score line as it was last season, how it ended last season, 0-0. And with DeBaugh's strike Friday night, this is something we talked about off, maybe even on there, but if you can think, if Wake Forest can get, a player like DeBaugh, freshman, that all of a sudden busts out like he did, takes initiative and fires a shot like that, and becomes, a real big threat offensively where teams start to shake in their boots, then, this should also add to some of the, move to their confidence to another level where they can indeed make a run.
For sure. A lot of that stuff can snowball. Goals are always the best source of that. I mean, heck, you just see today your Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres has been a huge signing for them and taken a while to get going. All of a sudden, boom, he gets 2 goals tonight, and now you think, all right, maybe he can get going and the team can push up offensively. It's the same concept, goals, especially for attacking players, strikers and wingers alike, can really snowball.
And that it goes with everything. I mean, with bringing in new players, adjusting to, the water, right? Especially when you talk about the Premier League, but Gyökeres coming from another league, so he's got to get his feet wet, and there needs to be some kind of learning period. Not all of them can jump out there like Holland and start scoring goals at will. But I think because of that, and soccer fans, even in college soccer for that matter, they become kind of spoiled. They're like, oh, well, he's not showing anything, so he's terrible. It's like, okay, well, you've seen these players make these huge steps from their first year to the second year.
Yep.
The second year to the third year. One in particular, I remember, was Joey Desart at Wake Forest. It looked like he was just way down in that depth chart. And all of a sudden, he turned it on one spring where Coach Muse immediately came to me and said, dude, Joey is on another level. And, he's ended up getting drafted, goes to MLS, Orlando City. A big part of that, the success of that team when he was kind of playing that defensive center midfielder.
They've had a number of 6s that took huge strides from one year to the next. Over the past, I would say, 6-7 years.
Yeah, 6-7. Nice settle. Even holding signs. Easter egg in there. I'm sure my son will be happy if you. I've asked for a reason for that.
There is none.
There's not. Perez trying to line one up. Looked to looked good coming off the boot. Torbic trying to slide that one to DeBa on the left side. Nagima tracking down on Talley. Talley, who did start his career at UVA before coming to Wofford. Just under 16 minutes remaining. Coach Muse going to bring in some more personnel. Bring in Mason Sullivan.
Forest, number 24, Mason Sullivan, and number 27, Copeland Berkeley.
Copeland Berkeley going to play on the right. That'll move Amani Thomas over to the left. Get Thomas and DeBa both on the left side. It's a bit of an electric combo.
Yep.
See it go to work right now. Look at Amani flying around that overlap.
Yep, looking for the overlap. Nice cut in by DeBa. DeBa trying to put one on frame. Deflected. Oh, clever idea by Jeffrey White. The game up, pulling it back. It's Wake Forest hunting for the first goal with under 15 minutes to go in this first half. DeBa was the man on Friday night. Thomas on the touch line. DeBa showing ball taken away. There's Symes trying to turn. That was tough with two defenders on it. It will be a Terrier throw-in. Saturday night in Greensboro, Wofford was outshot 15-1. It's just not a good night, especially being down a player. But even with it really well in hand, Kyle, the Terriers really just did battle back. They didn't kind of just sit back, say, well, we're down 3-0. That's it. Let's try to save some energy. I mean, they were still going at it. They wanted to interrupt a possible clean sheet. They did all they could to get one with 10 players on the field.
Yeah, this is a physical Wofford team, and we've seen that so far. And they're organized too structurally. Looks like they're playing maybe a little bit more of a flat 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1 than we thought.
We had defensive support. That was well done by Hegla. Had Mikey Hernandez going 1v1 with DeBa. He led him right to Hegla. Hegla took it away. Diggs gladly adding more to the pass count, pass completions count. Thomas right now left with a left foot swinging across, and then a header from Hernandez goes out of bounds for a Wake Forest corner. Another SoCon ACC matchup going on too. It's UNCG and NC State right now. NC State out shooting UNCG 17-3, but UNCG doing with the best with their chances. They lead 1-0.
How about 8 shots on target for NC State? No goals so far.
Torbic. Outswinger has to be played perfectly, and it hits right in front of the 6. That will drive every coach nuts. Wrestled away. Nagima to the right. It's just,
I know.
always just a little bit of either.
I was thinking the same thing. Is Nagima just poked that, a fraction too far for Sarajan, and then Sarajan actually almost managed to bring it down.
Copeland Berkeley. Lots of praise by Coach Muse about the freshman. Brought in as an outside back, and for that outside back position, he expects good things from Berkeley. Nice one touch. Torbeck laying it off. Torbeck just behind him as Thomas tries to at least push the ball centrally to Nagima. Foul came out just a little bit earlier before that ball got to the midway line.
Just about 10 minutes to go in this first half tie, and there hasn't been a ton of action. There's been a lot of good energy in midfield. These teams are going back and forth, but it doesn't feel like either team has really turned the afterburners on right now. They're both doing what they can with the amount of numbers they've got forward, and there's not too many risks at this moment.
You can see Sarajan trying to see where Hegla was going to go. Torbeck had that one escape his foot. Perez rolling it over here to the left to Amani Thomas. Possession game has been all pretty much Wake Forest. As Wofford has pushed their numbers back, but then here they are trying to get on a quick counter, and they'll have to build again from the back. Hernandez threading it. And under the boot of Thomas, looking for Symes. 9 minutes remaining. Now for Wake Forest, it's imperative that they get a goal before halftime. Just because they go into the locker room 0-0, Wofford will get that extra adrenaline rush, because that bodes well for them. That is a good ball. And you're trying to connect with White. White chasing Anderson. The bot, little heavy touch. Trying to pull that one down as White will lay that one up to Perez. There's the ball in the half space. Nagima, nice turn. Torbeck as an option to the right. Diagonal pass immediately cut out. Nagima. As Torbeck will reset and recycle.
That was a great cutback. Jeffrey White just waiting there at the top of the penalty area. Almost made it happen.
Big switch by Sully. Forces yet to have a shot on the frame unless Sarajan can come up with one here. Thomas. There's Deba. Deba. Not quite on the laces there. And I think he just looked away for a brief moment. It's been a while since both these teams have attempted a shot. I don't call that a shot, but Deba was planning on taking a shot on target. see the overloads, and then Wofford quickly moving it to Hernandez, and Hernandez eyeing to send this one on the right flank. It was taken away by the Deeks.
Thomas wanted that on the 1-2 quickly down the wing. The ball pulled it back. Those are the things that this team will have to sort out.
And Coach Muse said they had 2 great days of training. Sunday, particularly. Yesterday was basically all smiles and good confidence. Right now here with 5:45 remaining in the first half, it's still a dogfight, 0-0. I think that flag was about to get.
Yep. He was leaning, and Jeffrey White saw it just a little too late. Or was that Perez? Whoever sent that pass just saw it a fraction too late.
Yes, Raja was trying to hide between the 2 defenders, got a little bit of a head, then pulled back, and side judge was already, and he pulled that flag. Thomas probing past to Torvik. Torvik got tripped up and stepped on the foot too by Hegla. Wake Forest with a quick restart. Foul call on Wake Forest will pull this one back and give it to the Terriers. Enter Schuster, the keeper from Germany, 6'3", sophomore. Seen 4 shots by Wake Forest, but none of those near him. He spent that last season at Oklahoma Christian. He was right there. Overall, he had 63 saves for Oklahoma Christian. And he has been the only one they've turned to in goal.
That consistency is important back there. Makes a big difference with defenders and midfielders having the same guy in goal for the whole year.
Good step by Torvik. Clock ticking down here in this first half. 8 shots between these 2 teams, only 1 on frame.
Both defenses have done a very good job denying shots. It's not like these 2 teams aren't getting into dangerous positions.
Right.
Wake Forest has maybe struggled with their build-up here at the top of the attacking third, but they've still found themselves in dangerous positions. It's just been about denying shots and closing down space.
Miscommunications like that. A simple A to B pass that you think you're on the same page and then taken away immediately. Here's Jeffrey White burning down that flank. He will somehow, I'm thinking if he could keep it in, but he sends it out of bounds. And the mask after that injury he had against Liberty here on this pitch. under 2 here in this first 45.
It was interesting. I think the referee was having a conversation with her assistant. Just trying to sort that out.
I thought that was the case. I didn't know. Glad you saw that. Jakob Anderson's just begging to throw it in. All for that. That's one of those just hit it and go get it. But
dump and chase, as they say in hockey.
Sirajan kind of got picked there by Hegel. Impeded his trip to get that ball. 42 seconds remaining in this first half. The Deacons have put up 29 goals this season. That ranks them 13th in the country. As we said, it's either feast or famine. Right now, they are just thirsting and starving for just a look at target at this point as the first half ends 0-0.
Yeah, it was a half of very few chances there. Both teams battling it out in midfield. Neither one could really gain a superiority over the other, and I think that's where it starts. In the second half, both of these teams will look to control the midfield so that then they can build forward and generate chances. Right now, it's sort of 50-50 in the middle of the field, and that's sort of nullifying the two attacking thirds for both sides.
Well, maybe we'll have some fun in the second 45. We got some stuff going on at halftime, too. We'll be right back.
And done. A complete list of reasons why the ACC is great.
You forgot ACC game days.
And football.
Yes.
Hoops. Oh, I was gonna say hoops. Every sport, really.
I see.
From East Coast to West.
Precisely. One at a time.
No one can touch us.
Slow down.
Yo, it's us. We all make the ACC great. Oh.
And football.
And hoops.
We're all attractive. And we're smart.
Lacrosse, swimming,
Baseball.
We're gonna need a bigger board.
What about benching? Volleyball. We got them all.
This is my new SoundTech leather recliner from my friends at Rooms To Go. The ultimate all-in-one recliner. It fits everywhere. Sounds amazing anywhere. Surrounding you with boomy, immersive sound. Sync it up, turn it up, and let the chair do the rest. So comfortable with plush custom leather. Ooh, this is nice. Yours in 3 great colors.
The new SoundTech Power Leather Recliner by Shaq. Exclusively at Rooms To Go.
Tell them Shaq sent you.
Capability inside and out. How it should be. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 1.99% APR plus up to $1,500 bonus cash or up to $4,500 total savings. Hurry in.
When your team wins, you feel like a winner. But when your team wins and you get your favorite burrito delivered to DoorDash, you feel like a winner. Whoa, maybe that's too much winning energy. DoorDash, your door to that winning energy.
Shimmering, glimmering, that's the golden lady.
At the Farmer's Dog, our fresh food plans give dogs good health and great hair. Get 50% off your first box, only at thefarmersdog.com.
Don't sweat the technique.
Fresh, never frozen original dough made from 6 simple ingredients. Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John.
It's the ACC Men's Soccer Championship.
Good block and a goal! This crowd was waiting to erupt. Another phenomenal goal!
It's just too much! They have grinded their way to an ACC championship!
Wow, that's going to be fun. It's a gauntlet for sure. And as we mentioned earlier, you can see your RPI rise really, really quickly if you make a run like Wake Forest did last season, November 5th through the 16th. They're in Cary. Also, that will be the championship is 15 teams, single elimination format. Top seed receives that first round bye. The seeding is also determined by points in conference play. In first round and quarterfinals will be held at campus sites. Of course, the higher seed will host. The semifinals and the championship will be in Cary as usual at that great, beautiful park. As we look at the standings, ACC's been a little something different this year. I mean, it's just Stanford is the cherry on top. Maybe what it is the best in the ACC. Of course, Clemson hovering right behind them, Virginia and NC State. And then you see where Pitt and Wake Forest are, some of the teams that they talked about coming into this season. And Notre Dame also trying to hold on, trying to get into, possibly hosting a first round in the ACC tournament. But seeing Wake Forest having to go to Pitt at 1-4-1, and, not one single coach or player is saying excited about it's going to be an easy trip to Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh went over to play Stanford. Stanford, we saw that match, cut it in a quarter of a field and just took them out completely. That's just to show you how dominant Stanford is. They sit number one. Are they the cream of the crop? Are they the team to beat, and can they win that national title?
Yeah, I certainly think so. I mean, it all hinges on Stanford's defense. But you look at this Cardinal team, Ty, they're a true team. This is a group that had one player on the ACC preseason watch list, and that was Zach Bohane. And he's having a fantastic year, 5 goals, 3 assists, and by far the most shots on the team. But Trevor Islam has 6 goals. I mean, they've got 2 more players with 4 goals. Like, this is a true team effort. And then you also talk about the defense of Stanford, which has been outstanding. They haven't conceded a goal in something like 3 or 4 games. So, they haven't really, they're new to the conference. You see the last couple of champions and runners-up there as Wake Forest, the defending champions from last season. But this Stanford team is exceptional.
Yeah, and they are. And they seem to kind of they woke up a little bit after a bizarre finish with Oregon State, where they did have to fight back, get the win, and they learned from that because they did not allow a goal after that. Now, the question is, Clemson's always at the table, and they're pretty good too. We'll be right back right after this.
If the Colonel knew we waited this long to bring our tangy, smoky KFC Original Honey Barbecue back, he'd be, a little upset.
I'll get the mop.
The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Back because you begged for it. KFC Original Honey Barbecue.
This is my new SoundTech leather recliner from my friends at Rooms To Go. The ultimate all-in-one recliner. It fits everywhere. Sounds amazing anywhere. Surrounding you with booming, immersive sound. Sync it up, turn it up, and let the chair do the rest. So comfortable with plush custom leather. Ooh, this is nice. Yours in 3 great colors.
The new SoundTech Power Leather Recliner by Shaq. Exclusively at Rooms to Go.
Tell them Shaq sent you.
Look at this guy.
What? Yo, sick car, man. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Can I charge my phone? Ooh. Hey, can I get the password for the Wi-Fi?
Yo, let's change the music.
Bose? Dang. Have I got something in my teeth? Oh.
Loaded with features for everyone.
Nice, man.
How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Lease a Hyundai Elantra for $199 a month or get 2.99% APR or up to $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Let's see what deliciousness you'll create today. Choose cookies and cream, birthday cake, strawberry, swirled or straight up, cherries, sprinkles, nerds, gummy bears. Try coffee, hot or iced, Colombian with sugar, dark roast with hazelnut creamer, Guatemalan, French vanilla, caramel macchiato, any way you want. Free onions, pickles, jalapenos, sauerkraut. It's stop on your way, stack on your toppings, savor it all selection, all in one place. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
I love growing with the neighborhood. Rogue's so much more than just a store. It's kind of become this cultural hub. We have customers from all over the world, and we want to make them feel like they're a part of our community. I hope to get a location that's 3 times the size for all the customers lining up outside. Everyone is accepted here and embraced here.
With help from Fidelity, better investing decisions are right this way.
What's the right fund for me? Seems like a good one.
Looking for some iced caffeine, left you in the cold. No, you don't have to tip for your cup of the quick trip. No regrets to start your day.
Sports Center for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Welcome you back here to Winston-Salem. It's halftime, first 45 in the books, and not much really to show you or talk about. I mean, it's either a midweek game's either going to be goals galore, or we're just going to sit at a 0-0 staring contest as I stare at you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was a tough first 45 minutes of viewing, but you know, these two teams are really battling it out, especially as we mentioned going to break in midfield, where really the key battles have been. That's where both teams have tried to begin their attacking play in either direction, and it just hasn't really gotten going. But for both sides, there were a few chances, mostly coming in the first 20 minutes of the game. You see Harvey Sarajan just misfiring out wide. Wofford getting an opportunity here on a vertical feed. Cutback just isn't quite there for the Terriers. This was probably the best chance of the half for either side. Giveaway by Travis Smith Jr., and then Jonah Medner just makes an absolutely fantastic save off of the right foot of Callie Rabeck. And then this may be your best opportunity for Wake Forest as Cooper Flax drives into space and whips it with his right foot, just can't get it on target. That save by Medner, was the only shot on target of the entire half, as you see there. 45 minutes, one shot on goal, one save for either goalkeeper to make.
You see the lion's share of possession, of course, Wake Forest. I mean, they pretty much live down into their attacking third, just trying to get that final phase. But again, also trying to find the final ball. We've got our final segment of the halftime coming up right after this.
This is my new SoundTech leather recliner from my friends at Rooms to Go. The ultimate all-in-one recliner. It fits everywhere. Sounds amazing anywhere. Surrounding you with booming, immersive sound. Sync it up, turn it up, and let the chair do the rest. So comfortable with plush custom leather. Ooh, this is nice. Yours in 3 great colors.
The new SoundTech Power Leather Recliner by Shaq. Exclusively at Rooms to Go.
Tell them Shaq sent you.
Don't sweat the technique. Thank you for calling Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
During the Drive into Fall event, get 0% APR financing for up to 72 months on select Ram 1500 models. Welcoming back the legendary Hemi V8 and backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Nothing stops Ram, and nothing stops these deals.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service? The schedule is packed with things that they have to do, but with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you at Racetrack. Get fresh, hot, favorite food. Fill up a cup, swirl it all up. Racetrack's gonna get you through.
Yeah, that tracks.
I love growing with the neighborhood. Rogue's so much more than just a store. It's kind of become this cultural hub. We have customers from all over the world, and we want to make them feel like they're a part of our community. I hope to get a location that's 3 times the size for all the customers lining up outside. Everyone is accepted here and embraced here.
All I wanted to do was help kids and families. Bank of America was just so important with getting things started.
I feel we are growing together with Bank of America.
Had the opportunity to meet with Bank of America. That's what lifts communities like ours.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business.
Through HIMSS, hundreds of thousands of guys have found help for their ED. Here's one.
I'm him.
At HIMSS.com, he got doctor-trusted treatment for ED prescribed 100% online and delivered right to his door.
I'm him!
Start feeling like him today at HIMSS.com.
Under the lights at Spry Stadium, 0-0. The one shot on frame and a tremendous save by Jonah Bednard. It keeps it 0-0. As we take a look at, again, at the scores around the ACC, NC State in a dogfight with UNCG right now, tied 1-1. But looking on the monitor here, they're going to add a little bit more seconds for a free kick for NC State. So NC State looking for the walk-off win. Notre Dame and Northern Illinois, they're tied 1-1. Queens and Duke. Queens having a really good season this year, by the way. Clemson, that is a surprising score because we saw UNCW, Kyle, and they were really, really good and fast. So Clemson taking out some frustration. They lead 6-0 over UNCW in the second half. Syracuse 1, Cornell nothing in Louisville, and Lipscomb 0-0 at half.
Yeah, and you know, we didn't get a chance to mention it in the last segment when we talked ACC, but if you look at the standings this year, there have been a ton of draws this year, primarily in conference, but really all over the place. And so not surprised to see a lot of those score lines level.
Yeah, I miss the golden goal, you know, I really do. I mean, that was a lot of fun. As you see, Wake Forest's remaining schedule at Pitt, and then a tough one. That's a tough one at Pitt, and then you're returning back for Notre Dame. As Notre Dame, always a tough. It's ACC. That's all you got to say. That's really all you got to say. Now the Deacs trying to see if they can get to that final phase and hit the final ball into the back of the net. A team that is, once riding high after a win against California in Berkeley, but then returning home and scoring a golazo by Daba, and then seeing that one slip away where they thought they had 3 points in their pocket, and Louisville comes back with a gift off that post and sent right in. We thought it was offside. We looked at it again, and it was not. It was definitely a goal. And they finished 1-1. Also, final in Raleigh, 1-1, UNCG and NC State. That has now gone final.
Two very good teams there in that game, for sure. Two that probably would both like to have gotten a win there, but both very even. And so a draw does seem fair on the basis of their talent.
It's the 8th meeting between these two teams with ACC and SoCon matchup. NC State played Wofford earlier in the season and really ran away with it. But to be fair, Wofford was still trying to kind of figure things out. As Lorenz skipping. Releasing the tip by Torben. That's mid-court.
I think that clipped off of a Wofford player on the way through. He absolutely unleashed that shot. Pinging around. Right, I think it comes off the first defender. 22.
Well, here's the essential set piece. It works wonders if you get it just right. Is it the perfect ball? Curled, back stick, Subachan. Looking for somebody to show, sent it, and it was knocked away by Talley. Get those set pieces right. We have timing. Of course, execution has to be right on point too, but controlled chaos as well. I've said that many times. That's what drives me nuts sometimes. You see, and probably you too, is that you have these corner kicks or set pieces and there's not a lot of movement. And it's, you know, it's kind of like, well, what's the point then?
Right.
You know? It's a clogged sink. Do everything you can to try to make some space, if you can. But it's like a Hail Mary pass in football. Throw it up to see who can catch it. Who can head it.
I know that our viewers love when we talk Premier League. You're spoiled when it comes to set pieces with Arsenal. I mean, two more today.
I've always been a big supporter of the set piece.
It's becoming a more and more of an attentive subject in pretty much every level now. I mean, you've got pretty much every top-level club employs a set-piece coach now, which did not used to be the case even 5-7 years ago.
Yep. You have to choreograph it exactly like almost like a halftime dance. Yep. Trying to fight the way through into the 18, and it's going to be a corner. So Dubai gets to start in the second half. And so Subachan comes in, did not play in the first half. Good clip in. Subachan gets big. And St. Lawrence may have batted that one down. Here's a good hit that's deflected and in. They possibly will look at a possible handball.
Yeah, and I think that's what the goalkeeper is saying right now. But what a hit, a deflected effort that goes in. There's a yellow card for the goalkeeper. He is definitely asking for that to be reviewed. I'll be honest, I did think that there was some kind of infringement in that, but what a stick-to-itiveness by Wake Forest. They just keep their heads down and look to play it. So this comes in looking for the back post, header there, right there. Nope, comes up off the arm of Tate Lawrence, but it comes off his body.
That's a tough angle.
It is. Yep. Now, the rule says that any deflection off the arm of an attacking player should nullify the chance, but the question is, did it even hit it? Because from that angle, it didn't even look like there was any contact. It's really hard to tell. The rules for a handball on a defensive player and a handball on an attacking player are completely different. They are not the same. But give Jose Perez a lot of credit for sticking with that, remaining, attentive and on the ball, and having a go. Because when you rack up efforts, good things happen. Taking shots, good things happen.
Kind of spoiled the moment too, because it was very well hit, and what took our attention was
that's
possible handball, and then good for Wake Forest to continue to play, and what a hit that deflects off the hip of a defender for Wofford and into the back of the net. So Mednard. It's a little sigh of relief for Wake Forest in this crowd after seeing the ball go into the back of the net. Taken away is Wofford looking to reply with a goal themselves, and Son's a little heavy off that foot. It was right to Mednard's hands. Also, I think what's overlooked too, once you think about your preseason rankings, how a team's going to be, is if you look at the top 5 teams, you'll see that they've either got a goalie that's been there or a goalie that has come over with plenty of experience in taking over. For this case, you know, Mednard is who has sat in the wings of Trace Alfin and then finally gets his call to come on stage. And, you know, tough things are going to happen like that. A good flick in, fantastic work, and it's Roback that makes it level 1-1. Just sitting right there outside of the hedge, just banging.
That is a gorgeous goal by Roback. I mean, that header is such a high degree of difficulty. What a response by Wofford. You concede the goal on a deflection that, you know, maybe you feel is should not have been allowed. You go right back down and level the score. This is such a high degree of difficulty at the near post with your back to goal. The flick with power right inside the far post. That is a sensational strike.
Max Talley will get the assist.
What a ball.
Yeah, what a flick to flick on, and a good ball too. Talley placed that perfectly for Callie Roback, his 4th goal of the season. And once Wake Forest goes ahead by 1, it's a quick reply. It's the first goal scored by Wofford since 1979. Yeah, that is a history of not being able to score against a team in a long drought. And we talked about that perfect ball. We talk more of corners, but just a crossing ball, service ball. And even with Kruger lurking right there to defend it, it was placed perfectly for a flick on into the opposite side of the net.
Yeah, the window for that finish is so small. And to direct it on goal is so difficult.
Subachan. Lawrence laid it down, but just away from the target. He's trying to keep it low. Send it to the right.
Yeah, he's looking for that near post. I think maybe from the angle he got, or he received the delivery, the best option may have been to go far post. But he was noticing that the goalkeeper maybe didn't recover all the way to the near post quick enough, and so tried to snipe that bottom corner. Just didn't get the contact right.
And now all eyes shift to the team in the gold tops after leading for a brief moment 1-0. Now tied 1-1. Wake Forest will have to push down that frustration and use it for good. Come out like rabid dogs and get into that attacking third to get the advantage again. Subachan. Wow. Did you see what I saw?
Yeah, I mean, there was some clear wrestling there, but sometimes a referee just says, hey, I want you to be stronger. Hold your position.
Even with the arms wrapped around the waist.
Good goalkeeping. Yellow card here.
Cards.
I'm surprised by that. It looked like he was going for the ball, just got there a little late, pulled out of the attack. I mean, if anything, Declan Matee there got the worst of it. Yeah, he tries to get out of the way of that.
I don't know. The way Mednard kind of looked back, it almost as if he tried to slowly throw his knee out at Mednard. Tough to see on that angle. What we did see was a wrestling match here at the midfield. I'm still confused by it, but I digress. 1-1 our score as Wake Forest scored the first goal, their 30th goal of the season, but didn't last long as Wofford was incensed that there was a handball infraction and used that to propel them into the final third and drill one into the 18 and flicked on by Robek. Subachan keeps that one alive, plays it back to Lorenz.
Wofford doing a great job of denying Wake Forest touches in the penalty area. You saw DeBaugh try to charge in, very similar to his goal against Louisville, and then they had to work all the way around the penalty area because there was no room.
Matei to get through with the speed and then caught up with the Wake Forest defense. Berkeley taking over the outside back position. They did play in that first half with Thomas. There's a good ball, but immediately cut out. Flax eyeing. Square pass to Lorenz. Perez. Here's Lorenz. Overlap Berkeley. Berkeley curls. That is a delicious ball. Somebody has to be on that far stick. Was it DeBaugh that's supposed to be there? There was one intended target coming in the center part of the 6-yard box, but
yeah, I think that was right over the head of maybe it was Subachan or DeBaugh.
Good step by Sullivan there. Torbeck turning. Torbeck sends a torpedo far, far from the net.
Take another look at this wonderful ball from Berkeley right over the head of Subachan.
Well, where's your far stick run?
Yeah.
That was a very good ball by Berkeley. Symes lays that one down. Here's Mikey Hernandez. Sam DeBoll over here calling for it.
I saw that.
It's like a intramural flag football. I'm open.
Yeah.
And the Wofford Terriers getting into that attacking third. DeBoll through the legs of Bednard, and it's now 2-1. And Wake Forest just cannot believe what just happened.
Ty, that is a pretty big defensive mistake. Copeland Berkeley tries to step and win the ball and misses and lets the defender right clean through, and great finish by DeBold to put that one through the legs of Jonah Mednard. Do you see him calling for it over here? And that is the miss. If you're gonna make that step, you've got to win the ball, and he does not. That's like a cornerback selling out for an interception and missing, and then letting the receiver run all the way for a touchdown. If you're gonna make that step, you've got to get the pick. Excellent finish by DeBold. We talked at the beginning of the game, Ty, one of the things that the Wofford coaching staff and Ryan Osborne told us was, you know, it's those moments, those winning moments that we've just kind of been missing over the course of the year. Our performances have been good. We just haven't really been able to capitalize on the things that our opponents give us. And how about today? They have capitalized for sure.
The unthinkable. As you look at the series history between these two teams, you saw the long drought since 1979 that they've ever scored on Wake Forest. And now they put in 2, most goals ever scored against the Demon Deacons. Now, this is also a gut check for Wake Forest. These are the things that you immediately want to just curl over, hide, and just let it go away. Try to make it go away, but you can't. You have to get right back up off the canvas, scrap back. Not like you cannot put together 2 or 3 goals in 32 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen Wofford respond to their bout with adversity. Now looking for what can Wake Forest do?
Torvik, Subachan. Quite get there, snatched away by Selleck. Kruger. And Lawrence, heavy touch, tried to get it back. Wofford feeling themselves. Oh wow, that's
he literally fell over the ball.
Over himself.
She may have called it or tried to play advantage there, and was waiting to see if they were able to make a move. There may have been a foul before that, because that's the only thing I can think of here. Yeah, I mean, he just falls over the ball. There must have been something before that she was trying to play advantage for and couldn't, because there's no way that was a foul.
Some ghosts here at Spry, apparently.
Also in the game for Wake Forest, number 11, Vlad.
Interesting call. Adding more to Wake Forest's worries. Trailing 2-1. Bilal's now into the fight. And the Deacons are in a fight for sure. Under 30 minutes to go. The season on the line. They've got to put everything behind them and just grind it out again. Right when you try to get momentum with that goal for Perez, and Wofford with a rebuttal, which is crucial when you're playing, especially on the road. That is the most impressive settle I've ever seen by a keeper. The vertical on that was insane.
Yeah, this Wake team is just off it right now.
And one of the things that Coach Buse said was essential in this one was they cannot look past this match, looking towards the showdown with Pitt on the road. And this is also going to get Coach Buse up and upset, especially after the ghost call, and now this.
That was a foul.
Yeah. You see the energy with Wofford's bench and Wake Forest with a lot of just kind of confused faces. Kind of tells you the story here tonight. And a shove called.
Yeah, you're going to get frustration on both sides now. You're going to get Wofford desperately trying to hold on to this lead, and Wake Forest probably feeling a little bit of frustration with the scoreline. So this is going to be a very difficult final 27 minutes for the referee.
Wofford gets there, pulls all the numbers back, and the Deeks try to see if they can penetrate. Things like that happen where the ball is knocked out of bounds and they force quickly throwing it in, but still the numbers all the way behind the ball. The Deeks try to weave their way in and out and look for an open spot for a shot. And there's only been one shot on frame, and that was the one that went in. And that's a credit to Wofford's defense, too.
That's why when you put shots on target, good things happen.
Gotta let it fly, open it up.
I know guys like to try and pick corners, but getting them on frame is the most important thing.
Mullins, he scored against Wofford 2 years ago. Into the ball game. Torvik will take the corner. And an in-swinger has to place it nicely. One good strike can level this up, and the confidence will move back up for Wake Forest. But right now, in the doldrums, seeing a 1-0 lead evaporate to a 2-1 deficit. Wake Forest is 7 corners, and Wofford just 2. Torvik. Flag stays down, moves to Bach. DeBach, tight roping. Hit that one. A lot of firepower goes off. I think Mikey Hernandez will be a corner kick, the 8th corner kick for Wake Forest.
Yeah, Cooper Flax is screaming that has to be a cutback from DeBach from the end line, and Amani Thomas was saying the same thing because Flax was wide open at the top of the penalty area.
There's a perfect delivery here. Headed away. Here's Robeck. Terriers trying to quickly get on the counter as Thomas arriving. Anderson. Symes laying it back to Robeck as Robeck finds Hernandez on the right side. Creative back heel that almost worked for Wofford.
How about the energy from every Wofford player right now? They are hustling to every loose ball, every
Wake Forest ball carrier has somebody right on their hip. This Terriers team is feeling it right now.
And some frustrations continue to build for Wake Forest. Escribano was looking for an option. He wanted to go forward, had to play it back, move it to his center back with Kruger, and now Smith. Step up to Bob. He'll need his firepower. Thomas escaping. That will result in another corner. There were targets sitting right outside of that 6-yard box, but it does result in a corner.
Yeah, they're just, Wake has gotten into these wide areas a lot, and they just haven't cut the ball back. They've been trying to cross, looking for either something to squeak through or a deflection out for a corner. Those cutbacks have been there.
A corner kick that...
Great tackle to win possession back. Maybe that's the spark Wake Forest needs.
That's going to stop the clock as the Wofford Terrier player down. Looks like that's Heglo. This is gut-wrenching for a Wake Forest team. You know, you looked at first time Wofford has ever scored against Wake Forest, and then they scored 2. The Deeks just trying to find some rhythm again, and you'd think, well, it's a midweek game against a Wofford team that has been struggling, like this would be it. But you know, the Deeks, as much as they've owned possession and moved it into that final third, they just can't seem to find a window that's open.
Yeah,
only one shot on frame.
It's tough because, like we were saying before, Wofford is doing an excellent job of basically drawing a fence around the penalty area and saying you can knock it around the outside of the penalty area all you want, but it's going to be lateral. And if you get out wide on the edges of the penalty area, as long as you're crossing the ball, we're fine with that. They're very good in the air, and they've been strong with those wide deliveries. So they're doing an excellent job of denying Wake Forest the shooting positions that they want to be in.
Here to the game for Wake Forest, number 22, Bassett Umar.
Bassett Umar, we haven't seen him in this second half, now returning maybe. He is that spark that can get this offense clicking again. 30 goals on the season. After scoring the 30th goal, you thought things were looking good. It didn't last long as Wofford had a rebuttal on a beautiful cross by Talley, flicked in by Robeck. And then won the second goal, which we kind of saw evolve from the halfway line, where quickly with the hands up, DeBold was saying, I've got a clear path to goal. Give it to me. And he stayed with enough distance and made his way in to send one underneath Mednard to make it 2-1. That's when we sit disbelief on the faces of this Wake Forest team that once sat #1 in the country. And a quick turnaround for both teams as Wake Forest will head off to Pittsburgh, and then it'll be Wofford heading to Tennessee. It's an aggressive header that was hit well. Wake Forest wanted a call there. Whistle goes silent. Deeks trying to go back to the kitchen, start cooking something up. dominant, heavy touch, had that one taken away, and now Travis Smith on a track meet. There's the small things like that that, you know, become a problem because you're in uncharted territory. You're not used to being down against a Wofford team, a team that maybe you overlooked, I'm not sure, but then your feet, they go away from you.
Yeah, it's all about keeping your head and maintaining yourself in the moment. That's why athletes always say, oh, we're taking it one game at a time, right? You know, we don't get too low, don't get too high. It's because the only important touch is the next touch. And if you start thinking about the situation that you're in and the adversity that you're facing, whatever, it can weigh on you, and you start thinking about things other than the moment.
Very creative. Escribano, Umar finding Torbic. Threaded pass, Bilal trying to find a runway. There's Thomas.
They just cannot get a touch in the penalty area. It's amazing.
There's clipped in, Daba there. Good defense by Hernandez. They keep that one from reaching Daba. Wall in. Bassett Umar, second chance.
That touch by Bassett Umar there on the rebound was the first touch in the penalty area, that entire sequence. I mean, it's amazing how strong Wofford has been at keeping Wake Forest out of the 18-yard box. It's pretty amazing. That, you know, that hits the arm of the defender, but it's completely in a natural position, just blocking his body. And then the rebound goes wide.
Hegler back in. 19 minutes on the clock. Wake Forest with a tall task in front of him. A very doable task. Simon's running that one down, and Deeks kind of pinned to that corner. And Scribano comes away with it. Bilal trying to swim through the defenders. They've done a good job of kind of getting in the way, if you will.
Yeah, the physicality has been spot on. You know, that's not enough that the referee's going to call it. Clearly, he's impeding Bilal's position, but you're allowed a certain leeway as a defender because the referee doesn't want to start the game all the time. If they called stuff like that, there'd be a call on every play. So it's about just maintaining yourself below the threshold that the referee's going to call on. Great tackle. Wow. I thought he got there in time and got the ball. Referee.
I mean, Flax is asking for them to review it for a possible red.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to call that as a yellow card tackle, we'll see the timing on the replay, but that was studs up dangerous. I thought, yeah, he gets the ball.
Yeah, he did.
That's a clean tackle in my mind. It's a hard one. That's a hard foul. But to me, that was well timed and well done.
Yeah, it did look from that angle that he came in and got all ball. I mean,
and now I'll say this, Ty. Just getting the ball does not absolve you from what would be a dangerous play. But if you're coming in from the side there,
right,
if you get the ball, you're going to minimize the amount of force that you're putting on the opponent because his studs are coming through the ball and not the shin. So, to me, that was a good tackle.
And from that replay, it looked pretty clean. Bilal had that one. He lost it in between his legs. Byron going body to body with, what a clever Maradona. Oh, that was superb skill. Immediately a card.
Yeah, all Adam Selleck could do there was foul Umar, and you could tell he was doing that on purpose at the end of it, just to stop the chance, because that was absolutely sensational. Look at this move. Whoop! Give it a little Chris Berman.
I was hoping they get the, he's not going to get him, but he did get him. He pulled on him. Oh, Chris Berman. Selleck will get the yellow card. All right, it's Cooper Flax. The captain. His team down 1. 16:45 remaining here in this second half. Deacons need a goal, need 2. Flicked in. Now that crash from the Wake Forest attackers, and only 1 touch goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Do you get the sense, Kyle, that because of the scoreline and in those moments, Wake is kind of spun tight?
Yeah, they're just pressing, and I get it. They're just feeling the pressure, which is understandable. This is a pressure situation. But, you know, when there's 16 minutes left, 20 minutes left, 25 minutes left, there's time. There's time to make things happen, and there needs to be some sense of trust in your own abilities.
Rabiot is coming in. Could he be the spark? Number 7. Wake Forest trying to get into the box, which it's been tough to do. This one will be a throw-in for the Demon Deacons. A long throw-in from Sarajan.
Trying to take the throw quickly.
Byron handsy with Travis Smith Jr. Wofford trying just to milk the clock, get numbers back, and continue to frustrate this Wake Forest team. Thomas on the touchline. Rabiot. And see how the defense read that? It was support defensively.
Yep.
Rabiot trying to find somewhat of a open space. He ends up getting double teamed.
Yeah, they are switching and moving and following remarkably well. Pretty much anywhere in the attacking third, whether it's out wide or in the middle, there's just no space. And it always feels like that the Deeks are either one-on-one on the ball or one-on-two, or you know, teammates are being pressed. Wofford has been very impressive defensively.
Now here on this right side. The overload.
It's not like this Wake team is having an off day, you know, passing the ball or combining in the attacking third. It's just like you said, Wofford is reading everything.
There's Byron, freshman, and has a bright future in front of him. And a ball played by Anderson. And arriving is Langdahl. And once again, that that get in the way, I think, has worked really well. Hegla that knows exactly where the path is for Sarajan and gets right in front. And you see Sarajan getting really frustrated. Twelve and a half to go. Good turn by Sarajan. See if this can open some things up for the Deeks. Sliding to the left. Jeffrey just off the bar.
Beautiful opening, great counterattack run by Sarajan, who takes every touch perfectly. He doesn't, you know, take a heavy touch to lose it. He holds off the defender behind him, feeds it to Jeffrey White. That right-footed shot just pings off the crossbar. Good goalkeeping here to come out and close down the angle as much as he possibly could in a difficult moment. Eventually, though, that's the moment. That's the chance. You're not going to get many of those with how well Wofford is defending tonight.
Jeffrey White knew it too. And he saw that go into the back of the net, and then when he ripped it, it hits off the bar. It just kind of adds to this nightmarish night for Wake Forest. Is there any life left in this Wake Forest team with about 10 and a half to go? You have to fight through, just like Sarajan. Here's Rabbio. Rabbio loose. Rabbio, can he find the equalizer? Blocked away. Good slide tackle. Rabbio still with it. Slides it over. Here's Flax. Flax eyeing. Flax sends it low and in. It's tied. 2-2. Flax, the captain, rising to the occasion right when his team needs him the most.
That was a sensational finish from Cooper Flax. And how about the counterattack run by Sarajan and then to Rabbio. And Rabbio couldn't get a good touch on the ball in the penalty area because this is where the Wofford defense excels. That is excellent defending by Adam Selleck. So what does Cooper Flax say? Fine, I don't need a touch in the penalty area. I'll take it from out here. And he snipes the bottom left corner.
Hand up again. That's the second time we've seen where a player has his hand up, takes it, bangs it in the back of the net. Cooper's 6th goal of the season. 10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes for Wake Forest to find that go-ahead goal. You can immediately see the extra life back in to this Wake Forest team.
And you know what, Ty? He doesn't get a goal or an assist for that move, but really credit Harvey Sarajan on that play, because that ball that he played for Rabbio
was perfectly weighted. If there's any more weight on that ball, the goalkeeper comes out and snatches it. And if it doesn't have enough, the defender takes it away.
Well, another thing, too, is Rabiot did not give up. I mean, that angle immediately was taken away from him. So rather than, you know, kind of, well, there goes my one opportunity, he said, well, I'm going to make something out of nothing, slid that ball right there for Cooper Flax. One touch in the back of the net. That's beautiful. Jeffrey White with new life, too, threading it. Here's Rabiot. Rabiot had that one poked away, out of bounds. Wake Forest urgently going over to the corner. Never in their wildest imagination did they think they would be in this type of fight against the Wofford team. But it's the game of soccer, and a win is a win. Tied up 2-2. But finally, that extra breath of life is back into this Wake Forest team. And you can almost see Wofford a little bit terrified now that Wake Forest sees another goal put in. This is a corner that is going near stick, nobody there. Wake Forest trying to get that one right back into the mixer. And look at the feistiness, though. It's all back now.
Still have to execute.
That's just smart soccer. Hernandez was trying to get around as soon as he felt some kind of contact, immediately went down, and the referee immediately blew the whistle.
We're going to take a look at something I think that was in the penalty area before that play out wide. It was on the corner, I think. Is they're going to look at something off the ball on the corner before the delivery. You heard referee before the ball even came in, I think is what this is going to be about, because it looked like that's where the Wake players were pointing.
Coach Muse and the coaching staff they saw something too.
I mean, I'm guessing here, but I don't know what else they could be looking at. I heard referee before that ball was even floated in by Cooper Flax.
Well, they'll take a look at it.
So that is what they were going to be looking at, but the referee will say, no, nothing in it. So look at the penalty spot here. Right here, there's a player that goes down. There's nothing in that. And that was exactly what you heard referee, but there's nothing in that. In fact, if anything, he trips over Saraji.
.8:23 remaining. Knotted up at 2. The Deacons desperately need a win here. Wofford trying to make history. This Deacon team was not about to just lay down and give Wofford the win. First win in this series. And they fought back to get it even at 2-2. But they are definitely bloodthirsty for that game winner. Thomas off to the races. Rabiot calling for it. He'll pull it back. Bassett Umar dips into that pocket.
How about the recovery of Samuel Byron on that play with Amani Thomas? We know how fast Thomas is.
Rabiot was so slick there. The defender had no idea Rabiot got around him and almost had that one taken away. But those are the small things right there. When you see a player do that, just try to create something where it looks like, okay, well, you know, that ball is well and the defender has it and it's going to pull it back. They're going to waste a little time. Rather than that, Rabiot says, all right, you know what? I got some wheels. I've got some some fresh breath, I'm going to go straight at it. Show my teeth, see if I mean, what do I have to lose?
The referee is wise to the time-wasting tactics of Wofford here. She saw the goalkeeper pick the goal kick up and move it to the other side of the 6-yard box, stop the clock. You saw a player here just kind of kick the ball away from the free kick. I imagine yellow cards will start coming out at some point if this continues. But good on her to stop the clock in those moments.
The Deacons fight is back. Wofford holding on, trying to keep this a draw. The ball gets shoved, 7 minutes remaining. Is there any more magic left in this Wake Forest team on a night that maybe no one would expect a scoreline like this? But it's matches like this where you kind of dig deep and find more about yourself in your team. Cooper Flax already with a cape on, lifts that one in the air. Smith trying to flick that one on. Still with it, the attacking third. Kruger. A big clearance that goes out of bounds. 6:20 remaining. Umar. Flax with some space, scanning, sends it.
Great ball.
Jeffrey White laying it down. Just too much weight on it. The idea was exactly what you need to do. Sent down, and you play it right back to Jeffrey White. Ball just a hit with just a little bit more thump in it.
I've been so impressed by Harvey Sarajan tonight. I mean, he's just been, I realized that the weight on that ball wasn't right and it went out of play for a goal kick, but he's been involved in everything. And just that is a lot. It's a really great indicator of how well a forward is playing with how much they're involved in play.
That was clutch defense too by Amani Thomas. Cooper Flax moving up, finding Rabio. Rabio. Sends that one, and I guess it just got a little bit outside of that boot.
Yeah, it curled too far to the left.
I don't know, Kyle, it seems that 1-7 got into this match. Wake Forest got a little bit more creative in that attacking third. Also, Rabio, even with that lucky number 7, is not scared to gamble. Under 5 to go. Chips all at the center of the table now. A match that the first 45, only one highlight was a great save by Bednard. Second half, totally different.
Yes, it has been. It's the feeling of desperation. That's what it'll do.
See Kruger giving a little piece of Hegla's medicine back to him. Kind of getting in the way.
Yep, good shielding.
4.5 remaining. 2-2. Deeks led 1-0, but immediately evaporated with Wofford tremendously coming back with a huge attack. 2 goals, 2 quick goals to go up 2-1. And the confidence quickly down and out for Wake Forest. But a brilliant play that turned into a beautiful threaded ball for Rabio to run on. And then once that angle was stopped and taken away from him, he found a Cooper Flax making his way right outside of the 18 and put a perfect ball for him.
This is Hegel again. It seems like he's just cramping up, but I think he was the one that had cramps earlier in the game as well, so he may be having some problems with that. Those can get really painful.
Oh, yeah. Some more pause and stop of action. Glad Hegler's all right, though. That's something to keep an eye on.
I tell you what, this is why I have always said, you know, this is my radical hot soccer take, is that I think the way that they do timekeeping in college soccer with stopping the clock is the way that they should do it in a professional game. I hate stoppage time. It's stupid. It's arbitrary. It doesn't make any sense. It's too radical. They'll never do it. But this is why, is because injury time wasting completely evaporates. You can't do it because the clock stops immediately.
Yeah, then you finally get to the 90, and it's all up to a guy with the clock watch in the middle.
Right.
Well, they said it was 8 minutes. How come we're off to 10 minutes? Then stoppage time with stoppage time.
Right.
Under 4 to go. Wake Forest leveling it up. 2-2. A tremendous strike by Flax. A tremendous ball played by Rabiot. They need one more. Deba. Rabiot. And these are the clever moments right there. Able to make a couple touches in the box, lifted in the area. Thomas doing everything he can to keep this one alive. Here comes the speedy Byron.
Byron did so well there to just shrug off Amani Thomas trying to establish body position in front of the ball and not foul as well.
This is where it starts. Deba. Under 3. Sarajan lifting it up, keeping it up. Running on is Jeffrey White. And even with the speed of Jeffrey White, still just a little bit out front. Too far out front for him to track it down. Under 2. Mednard.
Ball's got to stop.
Kruger. Smith Jr. And now Deba. Rabiot turning. Tally on him. Misjudged on that. And Travis Smith will yank him down. I think they're going to.
Yeah,
Wofford's going to ask that he's the last defender, but he was not.
He certainly was not. Kruger was racing back. That is a tactical foul that you will absorb 9 times out of 9.
Number 3, Travis Smith Jr.
So there's Kruger as like clearly the last defender. And that is a perfectly acceptable yellow card to absorb, especially with 1:18 to go.
Right. I don't know if Kruger was aware, but for him to get back to be that last defender.
Well, I think at first he thought he was going to have to shade over and be the defender until Smith Jr. made sure that he got over.
Well delivered. Now a little bit too much on it. And Wake Forest trying to get that ball, quickly get it out into play. And Mednard having to basically dribble around Selleck here.
Pulverized Wofford player. And his intentions were pure, but you at least have to give Selleck a chance to give you the ball back. I mean, he only was holding onto the ball and wasn't running away with it. I understand the urgency here, trust me. Got to keep a head on your shoulders, though.
67 seconds remaining.
Good ball.
1 minute to go in the second half.
Is there one last trip in this script for the Demon Deacons? 38 seconds, Amani Thomas sending a good ball. White.
I've just been so impressed, Ty, with Wofford's defending. All day, 1v1, anything in the penalty area has been glued to a white shirt. That time, Mikey Hernandez yet again. The two fullbacks, Hernandez and Byron, have been fantastic. Well, Byron's not a fullback, but he's defended a lot.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your final score tonight, Wake Forest.
Wow, well, we thought we might see some dramatics at the very end. A second